No, don't you worry yourselves about that. It's just an acute lung infection. You know, it's not as bad as some people make it out to be. Once I get used to coughing blood into your porridge in the morning. But there's not even quite so much blood as there used to be. When I first started working in the mines, I'd spit up a good 2 pints a day. Now I'm down to 1. Yes, sir, everything's improving now I don't work at that mine anymore. You see, we could never afford any shoes, so I was prone to getting a toe lopped off here or there. Just learned to balance without it. Sharp rocks made it tough, though. Well, they didn't want a boy what couldn't balance in the mines, so I got myself transferred to the textile mill as the boy that pulls other workers' severed limbs out of the moving machinery. You see, after my father died from sleeping under the smokestacks one winter evening to keep warm, everything just went downhill. Then me mother, well, she had to quit her job at the quilting factory, seeing as she came down with the leprosy. So the matter of the family income rides completely on me. Mother says, now that I'm making 50 pence a week, things will be going along much better. She says if we save up my earnings for a few months, we might be able to buy a can of beans. And we'll eat like kings. 2 beans a day, a piece. Until then, though, we'll just have to make do with the neighbours' cats. But they don't taste very good, seeing as I can't afford fire and we have to eat them raw, but food is food. I just can't wait for those beans. If we save up enough beans to last the winter, maybe I can buy myself a real crutch and not have to use that rusted old piece of scrap metal that cuts up my arm something terrible and gives me the tetanus. But the tetanus isn't as bad as the infection, most days. If I'm really lucky, I might get promoted to the boy what pulls other workers' severed limbs out of the halting machinery and make a whole shilling a week. Then maybe I can buy a coat and not have to knit my clothes out of cat fur. Or maybe we can buy a roof. And I'd really like to get an eye what's made of glass and not a lead, what tilts my head to one side and makes my brain bleed. That would be something really nice. Yes, things are really looking up for me. See?